As we wrap up 2022, we take a look back. In many ways, our life got back to normal after the pandemic, but we also had to contend with new headaches of inflation, staffing shortages, and supply chain issues. Here's a look at 2022.
Last time I came here was before Christmas. Usually when we came in the morning, there wouldn't be a line, but when we came out, there would be a line. And I was like, okay, we gotta be there at 9.
2022 dawned with a COVID spike. The holidays pushed COVID-19 testing centers like the one here at the Starlight Center in Brooklyn Park to the max.
Crazy, super long.
January is also when you couldn't find at-home COVID tests, with stores selling out as soon as shipments came in.
Now, Shannon, here in my hand is one of the hottest things on the market, a COVID-19 at-home testing kit.
The pandemic also continued to put the crunch on businesses. Little Folks Daycare in Crystal is among several businesses that had to cope with staffing shortages.
Childcare is already a challenge, and now we have a new challenge this week.
Schools struggled too, with staff absences and COVID numbers climbing up.
We're just exhausted, and unfortunately, some people are questioning how long they're going to be able to continue at this pace.
This prompting schools to shift back briefly to distance learning.
There we go, guys.
It took longer to get things to in 2022. In New Hope, Jewel's Cave Diner closed because of staff and supply chain shortages.
We made it through COVID. It's just now to the point where you can't find half the stuff that we need.
Len Bush Roses in Plymouth struggled with the supply chain and labor shortage right at their busiest time of year, Valentine's Day.
It's remembering that that's our focus, and it's really key to help keep our spirits up during stressful times.
Mask policies became an even hotter topic at school board meetings and in public spaces, with each entity passing policies that were sure not to please everyone. By midsummer, most of those policies were no longer in place. However, there were much happier feelings associated with weddings and events, as venues were scheduled for a fuller than full season.
All of the weddings that have been postponed for the past 2 years that are all coming to fruition now, plus the new ones, the people that are getting married.
You got a friend in me.
I think we're at the point now where people are really ready. They want to get married. There is an increase in traffic in that regard.
By late spring, we began hearing the word inflation more often, as customers started paying more for groceries and gas. Parents couldn't find formula for their children.
It's really scary when I walk into Target and there's nothing there.
Cities also had to pay more than budgeted for equipment and projects as prices went up.
A couple of examples are IT equipment. Not only are prices going up, but I think most significantly there are greater and greater delays in just getting what we need.
Homes became tougher to find too, particularly homes under $500,000.
It's very competitive, so this market's not for the faint-hearted.
But as the year progressed, we started seeing life return to what it was before the pandemic. The Brooklyn Park Lions Club Smelt Fry came back, and Hennepin Tech's annual plant sale came back too.
You get to come in and talk to people that are just as excited about plants as we are.
Inflation continues to make headlines as prices continue to remain high. Nonprofits continue to report unprecedented need.
We are down, on an average, 42,000 pounds of food each month in donations. So we're seeing a big dip in donations. New families are doubling. So it's very real right now.
Families are struggling to make ends meet because of inflation. Consumer prices are really high. And that's true for us, too, because we've had to buy more food than ever before to provide to our partners and to the community.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.